Hey there, Captain and Gaming fam. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into major changes in Feixiao and Lingsha kits. Are these buffs or nerfs? Let me know what you think. Without further ado, let's get started. Let's kick things off with Feixiao. In version 3, her base speed was adjusted from 125 to 112. Waraxe Skill. Previously, her Waraxe Skill dealt wind damage equal to 240% of her attack to an enemy, and advanced her next action by 10%. Now, it deals wind damage equal to 200% of her attack, and triggers a follow-up attack from her talent against the target immediately. Terrasplit Ultimate. Previously, Feixiao's Terrasplit Ultimate dealt wind damage equal to 840%, 1680% of her attack on a single enemy. Now, it deals wind damage equal to 700% of her attack, reducing the target's toughness regardless of their weakness type. If the target isn't weakness broken, Feixiao's weakness break efficiency increases by 100%. During this attack, Feixiao first launches Bolts Under Blitz or Waraxe skyward 6 times, then finishes with wind damage equal to 160% of her attack. Thunderhunt Talent. Previously, Feixiao's ultimate could be activated when Flying Aureus reached 6 points, up to a maximum of 12. She gained 1 point of Flying Aureus for every 2 attacks made by allies, but attacks from her ultimate didn't contribute to this. After other teammates attacked, Feixiao would launch follow-up attacks against the primary target, dealing wind damage equal to 200% of her attack. If no primary target was available, she'd attack a random enemy instead. This effect could trigger once per turn, with the count resetting at the start of Feixiao's turn. Now, Feixiao gains 1 point of Flying Aureus for every 2 attacks made by allies. After teammates attack, she immediately launches follow-up attacks dealing wind damage equal to 110% of her attack, down from 200%. Additionally, her follow-up attacks now increase her damage dealt by 60% for 2 turns. Bolts Under Blitz and Waraxe Skyward Ultimate. These skills now deal wind damage equal to 60% of Feixiao's attack to a single enemy, down from 75%. If the target is weakness broken, the damage multiplier now increases by 30%, reduced from the previous 40%. Terrasplit Ultimate. Previously, this attack provided a 28% damage boost, a 12% crit rate increase, and a 5% speed boost. Now, instead of the speed boost, it grants a 12.5% defense increase. Heaven Path T1. Initially, you received 4.0 points of Flying Aureus at the start of the battle, and if no teammates were active at the start of a turn, you'd get an additional point. Now, you start with 3.0 points of Flying Aureus. Additionally, if a follow-up attack wasn't launched via talent in the previous turn, it counts as gaining 1 point of Flying Aureus toward the required attack count. Form Shift T2. Previously, dealing damage with this unit's ultimate was considered a follow-up attack. Now, using the ultimate to deal damage to an enemy is still considered a follow-up attack, but it also increases crit damage dealt by the follow-up attack by 36.0%. Bolt Catch T3. Before, the follow-up attack crit damage was increased by 60.0%. Now when using the skill, the attack increases by 48.0% and lasts for 3 turns. Skyward Eye Quell. E1. Previously, when using the ultimate, each point of Flying Aureus consumed added additional wind damage equal to 30.0% of Feixiao's attack on a random enemy. Now, after using Bolts Under Blitz or Waraxe Skyward, Feixiao's ultimate damage increases by 10.0% of the original damage per stack. This effect can stack up to 5 times and lasts until the end of the ultimate action. Moonward I Wish E2. Previously, the talent's effect reduced the attack count required to gain Flying Aureus by 1. Now, after using a follow-up attack from the talent, Feixiao gains 1 Flying Aureus. Stormward I Hear. E4. Previously, when Feixiao's basic attack or skill dealt damage to an enemy target, it was considered a follow-up attack. Now, while Feixiao is active in battle, the damage that enemies take from follow-up attacks is increased by 10%. Homeward I Near E6. Previously, this effect increased the Windurus pen of follow-up attacks by 20% and boosted the damage multiplier of the talent's follow-up attack by 360%, with the damage considered as ultimate damage. Now it increases the all-type res pen of Feixiao's ultimate damage by 20.0%. The talent's follow-up attack damage is still considered as ultimate damage, but the damage multiplier is now adjusted to increase by a 140%. Overall, Feixiao's kit has seen some significant adjustments. While the decrease in base speed and the nerfs to her damage output are noticeable, the buffs to her follow-up attacks and new effects like increased damage stacking bring some interesting new dynamics to her playstyle. Depending on how you use her, these changes could either feel like a harsh nerf or a strategic shift that opens up new possibilities. Personally, I think these tweaks are meant to balance her power while adding more depth to her mechanics. It'll be exciting to see how players adapt to this new version of Feixiao. Now let's dive into Lingsha and explore how her kit has been adjusted. Misdance Manifest Talent. When using her skill, Lingsha now summons Fuyuan, who has an initial SPD of 90, up from 80, and starts with 3 action counts. During Fuyuan's action, it launches a follow-up attack on all enemies, dealing fire damage equal to 90% of Lingsha's attack. It also dispels 1 debuff from all allies and restores HP equal to 12% of Lingsha's attack plus 360. Fuyuan can accumulate up to 5 action counts. When the action count reaches 0, or if Lingsha is downed, Fuyuan disappears. While Fuyuan is on the battlefield, using Lingsha's skill increases Fuyuan's action count by 3. Vermilion Waft. T1. This passive now increases Lingsha's attack and outgoing healing by an amount equal to 25.0% and 10.0% of her break effect, respectively, up from 20% and 8%. The maximum attack and outgoing healing increase remains capped at 50% and 20%. Arcadia, under Deep Seclusion. E6. While Fuyuan is active on the battlefield, all enemies all-type RES is reduced by 20%. Additionally, Fuyuan's attack now deals 4 hits of damage, up from 3, with each hit dealing fire damage equal to 50% of Lingsha's attack and reducing toughness by 5. Lingsha's updates seem to enhance her role as a powerful support unit. The increase in Fuyuan's speed and action counts means she can now contribute more consistently in battle, offering both offensive and healing support. The buffs to her ATK and outgoing healing also make her a more reliable asset, especially in challenging content. The adjustments to Arcadia under Deep Seclusion E6 further amplify her team-wide impact by reducing enemies' resistances and adding an extra hit to Fuyuan's attack. Overall, these changes solidify Lingsha as a versatile support character who can turn the tide of battle when used strategically. It's exciting to see how these enhancements will play out in different team comps. And that wraps up today's video, Captain and Gaming Fam. Thank you for joining me on this latest journey through Honkai Star Rail. Did you know there is a way to win 50/50 on your favorite banners? To win your 50/50, be sure to show some love by smashing that like button and hitting subscribe for future insights, discussions, and updates. Your support means the world to me. Until our next adventure, stay awesome, Trailblazers, and keep gaming with joy.